channel. I'm Becky, and if you're new here then welcome and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. We are going to be doing 3 different Christmas crafts today. I have already done a video similar to this and I know you guys really liked it, so I thought I'm going to do another one. It's all going to be under £1 again. It's going to be something that's really easy and fun to do and really effective. So grab yourself a drink. I've just got some water today because my throat is really scratchy, so this is going to help soothe it. And let's go on with today's video. Okay guys, so the first craft we are going to do is we are going to make like a Scandi themed Christmas wreath. Now this isn't going to be a traditional wreath that's made from like pines or ferns and all the greenery. We're going to be using like wools, we're going to be using some dried oranges, some cinnamon sticks, so it's quite like neutral themed. But you can choose like whatever colour wool you want to match your colour palette, but I'm going for more of a Scandi theme just so it looks nice and neutral in my kitchen. So for this craft there are a few things you're going to want to get. You're going to want a glue gun. If you don't have one, you can buy them really cheap. I got mine from the Works and I think it was about £5, and you can get like a big bag like of glue sticks as well, and these were from the Works and these were also only £5. I'd say it's like an essential item for crafting, so it really in the long run £10 for the glue gun and this massive bag of sticks is not going to be a huge expense, and it's going to come in so handy when you are trying to do your own Christmas crafts. So you're going to want that, and you're also going to want a kind of like old cardigan. Now I had this was my mum's, and then I had it, and then it started getting marks on it. The arms started getting too thin when you were washing it, and I couldn't really sell it on Vinted. So I've got this. You can easily, if you don't have one to hand, you can either just use yarn, or if you go to your local charity stores, see what they've got in, because generally they'll be selling stuff for £1 up to £4, so it's really not that expensive, and it's going to help create like a beautiful effect, and then obviously like supporting charities as well. So you're going to want that. You're going to want some cardboard, and then I've also just got some dried orange peel, and then probably some twine as well to create the hoop to hang it up with. Honestly, my words just don't seem to come out. So to create the base of your wreath, I just have this cardboard. Now this is from a cardboard delivery box, and then I just got some mixing bowls of different sizes, drew around them to create like kind of my circular effect. And then I've also just cut a line in it so I can kind of move it around. I'll show you why we've done that in a minute. And then for the kind of material that's going to go around the wreath, all I've done is chopped the arm off of this cardigan. Now, depending on what you've picked up from like the charity store, or if you already have one available, make sure it's got a good size length arm on it, because what we're going to do is feed it round the cardboard. So literally I've just got my arm here. I'm going to bend the cardboard so I can feed it through. You just want to make sure that the whole of the like sleeve fits around the cardboard so you can't see any of the cardboard anymore. How many times can I say cardboard? Turn it into like a Christmas drinking game. But no, maybe not. Maybe just like some, maybe a little bit of eggnog or something. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, so I've literally just fed that sleeve around my cardboard, and I'm just gonna see how it looks. And then once I'm happy with how it's kind of all falling, I'm literally just going to glue gun it into place. So obviously there's a gap at the back. Now, well, it doesn't matter that this cuff is here because I'm going to use that as part of the decoration, and I quite like how it all falls with all this excess material because it just adds like a bit of depth to your wreath. Now all I'm going to do, my glue gun's already heated, so I just want to secure the back of this material into place. I'm going to have to do it to one side because my plug socket does not reach, but all I'm going to do is just put a good amount of glue onto the cardboard, and then I'm just going to stick my cardigan sleeve to it. It doesn't really matter how neat it is because it's going to be at the back anyway, so no one's going to see it. Get another glue stick. Now be careful with your fingers because glue guns can get very hot. Right guys, so I've literally just secured all the back of the fabric with the hot glue, and I'm just going to seal this bit at the front as well. So there, you can see that it's kind of forming its shape. Now, it was just as easy as that, and you've already started getting a really effective backdrop for your Christmas wreath. So next, I'm going to go in with some dried oranges. Now, I did this myself. It was really easy to do. I just got like a pack of 4 oranges from Aldi, the big ones, you don't want like Satsumas. Slice them up, put them in the oven for about 2 hours, turning them over. Makes your house smell amazing, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper than buying them, because buying these on Amazon gets so expensive, especially around Christmas time. And if you do have an air fryer, you can put them in there as well, and it takes even less time. I will link below the kind of like instructions that I followed. It was on BBC Good Food, so you can follow that, and it's super easy to do. I sprinkle mine with a bit of cinnamon as well, just to add to the smell. And then all I'm going to do with these, I think I kind of want some at the top of the wreath. So I'm just going to lay them out and see kind of if there's a pattern that I like. Okay, and then once you're happy with kind of the layout of your oranges, I'm just going to go in with the glue gun and just kind of attach them onto the base of the wreath. Just double check how I want them to be laid out. Put a good amount on the back, just so you know you're going to secure it. And I'm just going to place it on and press and hold it. There really is no right or wrong way to do this either, guys. I'm just using up different bits that I've had from previous crafts. So I actually dried all these oranges originally for my autumn wreath, which you could easily, I'll link the video down below, because you could make that for Christmas. But instead of adding like the leaves on the back to it like I did in that video, you could just add on some cinnamon sticks. You could get some like pine like trees from your Christmas tree, like sprigs from your Christmas tree, and attach those on. Okay guys, and then I've just got some false leaves. I'm using false leaves just because otherwise I'd die and then it won't look very good. But if you do have some of your pine from your Christmas tree, you could stick that on as well. And you can easily buy it in the shops as well. And then I'm just going to stick it coming out of the top. So again, I'm just going to go in with my glue gun, and then you just want to press and hold it until it dries, just so it's all secure. Pull off any strands of glue that are coming off. So this is what it's looking like at the moment. I'm just going to make sure my oranges are secured down, and then you just want to let it all dry, and then we'll add the hook on the back. Right, so this is what it's looking like so far. It's really effective, I think, very simple. But all I'm going to do now, and obviously to make it more Christmassy, you can put in like more like holly leaves. You can obviously use the pine like I've said, but I'm just using what I've got on me at the moment, just because I want to show you that you can literally use whatever you've got, guys. And then I'm going to go in with this lovely like forest green ribbon. I got this on ow, just kicked the cupboard. I got this from Hobbycraft. It comes on like a massive wheel of it all. I'll link it down below for you. And then I'm just going to add this on as my hook. Now, instead of folding it in half, because then it'll constantly be wanting to turn, if you just kind of fold it so the end pits cross over, you're going to have a nice forward facing hook that you can hang your wreath onto. So I'm going to make it a good size. Just see what that looks like. Yeah, probably to the height of the leaves actually. And then again, like we've done with everything else, I'm just going to glue gun it onto the wreath. I've got flipping glue strands everywhere. They're like little spider webs. Right, so I'm going to pop a little glue dot in the middle, hold those together, and then attach it to the back of my wreath. Okay? And then you just want to press and hold that till it sets. Peel off any of these little glue strands because they are going to get everywhere. It's the only thing with a glue gun, the little like flyaways just kind of take over. But there, you've got your lovely Christmas wreath. And I just thought that was really effective. I literally just thought of this idea today because wreaths at Christmas get so expensive. And I know obviously you can go out and forage for your own materials and make it yourself, but then they get quite time consuming. And this literally is just some cardboard, an old cardigan, some leaves and some dried oranges. And I just think it looks stunning and really simple and effective. And I know that's going to look lovely hung there, and it fits in perfectly with my other Scandi themed decorations that I made in my previous video. I'll link that down below if you've not seen it, because I made some lovely like twine Scandi themed Christmas decorations that again were under £1 to make. Okay, so moving on, and the light is just constantly changing because obviously we're getting more into winter. I'm really kind of battling with daylight. So this next decoration, I don't even think it'll cost me 10p to make, and I know you can't buy decorations for even less than £1 in shops. So for this, all you're gonna want, again, we've got the trusty dried orange slices. Honestly, from those 4 oranges, I've made my autumn wreath. I've made different hanging decorations. I've added them on to my different wreaths and other bits. Literally, they just last forever. So I'm going to layer up my different orange slices into just kind of some 3D shape. And again, you want your trusty glue gun. So I'm just going to stick those into place. Honestly, I'm forever taking glue strands off my fingers. So if I put those like that, again, just press and hold them until they're dry. He's not piped up yet in this video, so I think he's just having his moment. 15 minutes of fame. And then I'm going to go in with my top piece. Probably just layer it over like that. Again, you don't really have to be precise with this, guys. And then I'm going to go in with some greenery. I would have liked some pine, but I don't really have any, so I'm just going to go in with this leaf from my garden, and you'll kind of get the vibe. I'm literally going to go in, if you can see, with the leaf, and I'm going to add in a cinnamon stick as well. I'll probably wrap some twine around the cinnamon stick, and then that can form part of my hook as well. I scrapped the idea of wrapping it around my cinnamon stick. As you can tell, I'm just kind of feeling this out as I go along and seeing what kind of vibe I like the look of. So I'm going to go in with my leaf, just attach that. And again, like I say with a lot of like my wreaths and my hanging decorations, if you can get some good layers, it just makes it look way better. It's more 3D, it gives it more life. I just think it makes it looks a bit more expensive then. And then I'm going to go in, now my leaves, and I'm going to go in and stick these cinnamon sticks on. So I just break my cinnamon stick in half, so you can just see them kind of sticking out of the back. I'll obviously show you what this looks like up close once I'm done. I'm just trying to rush through it so I can keep this video as short as possible for you. And then with my little twine hoop, I'm just going to add that. Again, it doesn't really matter what the back of your decoration looks like. I'm just going to add that and hang it on. So I'll cut that into size. Again, glue gun. Make sure it's central to, you don't want a wonky hanging decoration. This is probably the only part that you really have to be careful about where you place him. And there, we've got our lovely little hanging orange and cinnamon decoration. Mind all these little glue gun flyaways, you can obviously tidy that up and trim off your bits of twine that have kind of separated themselves. But I just think that's going to look really nice. You can make loads of them and have them hanging on a garland. You can have them hanging on your tree, and they're just really nice and effective. You can get the kids involved. It's really easy to do. I'll show you what this looks like up close, guys. So hopefully you could see that, and I think I'll probably make a few, not today just because I want to move on to the next craft, but I think I'm going to make quite a few of those and hang them just on like the back of the wall there. I think that'll look really nice, especially if I have like the wreath in the middle and those surrounding it. I think they really complement each other, obviously because they've got the orange and the green in. Okay guys, so moving on to the final craft for this. We're going to be making some little Christmas trees, so they're going to look more 3D, because obviously the ones that we made in my previous video, these ones. Oh, so these ones we made in my previous video, these are obviously more 2D, but we are going to now make like a 3D cone one. So you're going to want your glue gun. Let's just assume that's going to be in every single craft. We're going to be needing some card and some yarn of your choosing. So any colour will do. You can even use like twine as well. Now this is card that I've already used for some of my other crafts, but that doesn't matter. And you literally just want to fold it into a point at the top because we want like a cone shape. So you want it so it's like a party hat basically, and I'm just going to secure that into place with some glue. And then obviously it's not going to stand up straight unless we trim the ends off. So just going to go in with some scissors. And you just want to cut the base so it stands up by itself and is in like kind of semi-straight line. So I'm going to go in with that. Obviously it's got some holes at the bottom just because it's card that I've used before. And then all we're going to do is you're going to just wrap your yarn of choosing around it all the way so it's fully covered until the bottom. Then we're going to add some decorations onto it and we're going to make some Christmas trees. So to start off with, I start by just popping a good blob of the hot glue at the top. And then you just want to get something sharp and stick your yarn through the top of the tree just to secure it so it won't come out. So once I've secured the yarn in the hole at the top of the tree, and then literally every now and then just going to put some glue splodges, and I'm just going to tightly wrap my yarn around. So I do one right at the top to begin with, and it'll hold it. Now don't tie your yarn too tight because you're going to distort your card, because obviously it's going to start pressurising it as you go down. So just keep it nice and loose and just add the occasional glue dot in. You only need like a little line just so it holds in place. So what we'll do is I'll keep doing this until I get to the bottom. I'll show you what it looks like and then we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, so once you've covered your whole tree, like your cone in the yarn, you want to trim off the end, but make sure you've got enough just so you can tuck it and secure it on the inside. So I'm just putting a glue dot on the inside. I'm going to get my piece of yarn and just stick it to it. This is just so it doesn't unravel itself, basically. Like that. And then there is a bit of like card just left on the end, so I'm just going to trim this as close as possible. Now what you can do, because obviously you can't really get your yarn properly to the end because it'll just unravel itself, I sometimes put ribbon around the base. So for example, using this green ribbon again that I've got, we can just kind of secure it to the base, and then it hides that last little bit of black card just to finish it off. So again, all we're going to do, just put some blobs of glue. I'm going to get my ribbon. Make sure you know which part of your tree is going to be facing forward, because then you can put where the ribbon joins in the seam at the back. Wrap that round. And then just trim it. Oh, sharp scissors. And then just secure it in place with another glue dot at the back, like that. There we go. So we've got the tree forming like that. And then what you can do, at the end of the video, I'll show you the ones that I've done before, because you can create like a little tree scene with them. I've done different colours before, and then you can add like different little red berries on them. I've done some white like little snowdrops on my other ones. But on this one, I'm not really sure what I'm going to add on this one at the moment. So it kind of matches all the other items that we've been making today with the orange and the green. I might just go in with one of my really tiny little pieces of dried orange skin and just stick that to the top of it so it kind of looks like a star. So I just pop a bit of glue on the back of that. Just kind of holds it in place then. And then what I might go in, just to add some variation in colour. I don't know whether I am going to do this or not yet. I'm just going to see how it looks. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, with some like twine, or if you've got some like neutral coloured fine yarn, I'm just going to go in and add like another layer over just to texturise it a little bit. So I'll unravel this. I'll add a glue dot behind the top of my orange peel. Just a small one. And I'm going to just attach this top bit of yarn. And then to finish it off, I'll just add a glue dot at the back where all the other seams are. Trim it and secure it to that glue dot. Like so. There, we've got another little Christmas tree decoration. And that was literally just from like some card and yarn, and then to decorate, obviously I added in like the orange peel and the ribbon. But that was just really effective. And again, these are going to be so expensive to buy, and you can see that you're just starting to create like your little Christmas landscape just from items that you've probably already got in your home. And if you don't, you can get them from so cheap from like charity shops and craft stores. So I'll just show you what this looks like up close. And that's it really for today's video, guys. We've made some beautiful hanging decorations and our little Christmas tree. They're all very matching. They're all kind of within the same theme, very Scandi. And it's just going to be stuff that you can make with whatever you've got in your house. There's really no kind of proper method to it. It's just kind of a bit of madness, and you hope it turns out how you plan it. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you have, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe so you don't miss any more crafting videos with me. I'll link my other Christmas craft video in the description box down below, so if you haven't watched that, do be sure to check it out. I made some amazing little Christmas decorations in that there behind me. And I look forward to seeing you at the next one. Thanks guys, bye!